Hello students, from this session onwards we will discuss about Unit 2 concepts. Now this one Unit 2 syllabus. So in this unit we will discuss about functions concept and then structures, unions and strings. Here the first concept, functions. Now what is meant by a function? In general, a small part of the program is known as function. A small part of the program is known as a function. Here, a function is a self-contained program segment that carries out some specific and well-defined task. Basically, without designing the entire program into a single function, it is better to divide the program into number of parts, and each part performs a specific task. Now such parts are known as functions. So in C program, it is possible to place one or more functions. We can design any number of functions, but one of these functions must be called by main function, since the actual program execution starts from main function and also terminates from main function. Now, what are the advantages of functions? Here advantages: functions concept avoids redundant repeated code. That means without placing the code repeatedly, it is possible to avoid with the help of functions. Now this concept makes program significantly easier to understand and maintain by breaking the problem into small parts. Now without placing the entire code within main function, it is better to divide the program into number of parts. Well-defined and written functions is possible to reuse in multiple programs. So when small parts are available, it is better to identify errors very easily. So error detection and correction process is very easy. So in real-time applications also, large projects are divided into small modules with the help of functions. Now these are advantages of functions. Now what are the different types of functions? Functions are classified into two types, like library functions and user-defined functions. First one, library functions. Functions which are predefined by the compiler are known as library functions. Here the entire implementation part internally defined by the compiler. Hence, whenever a library function arises without any explicit definition, the function is automatically executed by the compiler. Now these are different types of library functions like scanf, printf, getch, getche, getS, putS, etc. Here, one of the important information: when we are using a library function, the supporting header file must be included within the current program, since the entire necessary information is available in header files. Here we consider some important header files like stdio.h, that stands for standard input and output header file, conio.h, console input and output header file, stdlib.h, standard library header file, ctype.h, character type header file, math.h, mathematical header file, etc. So these are various header files that is supported by C language. Initially, we are familiar with stdio.h and conio.h header files. These two header files supports various library functions which are useful for input and output operations. At this stage, we discuss another two important header files, ctype.h and math.h header files. First one, ctype.h header file. ctype.h stands for character type header file. This header file supports various library functions which are used for character testing and character conversion operations. So this header file supports various library functions which are capable to handle characters. Now, these library functions isAllNum. isAllNum is a library function. The syntax format: this function accepts only one character data type variable. Here, the function determines whether the given character is an alphanumerical value or not. If the character is an alphanumerical value, then it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. So it's a character testing function. Next one, isAlpha. Syntax: isAlpha of ch. Here, function determines whether the given character is an alphabet or not. If the character is an alphabet, then it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. isDigit. Syntax: isDigit of ch. Function determines whether the given character is a digit or not. If the character is a digit, then it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. isSpace. Syntax: isSpace of ch. Function determines whether the given character is a space or not. If the character is a space, then it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. isLawyer. isLawyer of ch. Function determines whether the given character is in lowercase or not. If the character is in lowercase, it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. isUpper. Syntax: isUpper of ch. Function determines whether the given character is in uppercase or not. If the character is in uppercase, it returns a non-zero value that represents true. Otherwise, it returns 0 that represents false. Now, all these functions are character testing functions like isAllNum, isAlpha, isDigit, isSpace, isLawyer and is upper functions. Now, one key point, all these functions starts with is, since these are testing functions. Then to lower. So to lower is a character conversion function. Syntax, to lower of ch. Here function converts the given argument value from uppercase to lowercase character. To upper. Syntax, to upper of ch. Here function converts the given argument value from lowercase to uppercase character. So these two library functions are character conversion functions. They starts with 2. Okay. So to implement all these library functions, we must include ctype.h header file. Now let us consider one application. Write a program to count number of alphabets, digits and special symbols of a given line. So in this program, the input is a line. So after reading a line, now we check how many number of alphabets, digits and special symbols are available. The first one, header files stdio.h, conio.h and ctype.h. So here we must include ctype.h header file. The main program. Now declaration char ch of 50. Now this one string format, which is a character array. Now we declare some integer variables like na, nd, ns and I. Now na is used for number of alphabets, nd for number of digits and ns for number of special symbols. First accept the line. For this, first print a message as enter a line. This one input statement getters of ch. Here getters is a library function which is used to read a line including blank spaces. Now initially na is equivalent to 0, nd equivalent to 0 and ns equivalent to 0. So number of alphabets 0, number of digits 0 and number of special symbols are also 0. Now for I equivalent to 0, ch of I not equivalent to /0, I plus plus. Now process of comparison. If is alpha of ch of I. So if the character value is an alphabet, now increment number of alphabets as na equivalent to na plus 1. If this condition is false, now we check for digits. Else if is digit of ch of I. If the character value is a digit, now nd equivalent to nd plus 1. If this condition is false, now it must be a special symbol. Hence, ns equivalent to ns plus 1. The for loop completed. Now print number of alphabets, number of digits and number of special symbols. Here implementation part completed. Okay. The simple program. The result, first it print a message as enter a line. Now we are submitting the line as PBR waits at the rate of 1998 dot. Now here the number of alphabets are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number of digits 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one. The number of special symbols. Here one space, 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 @ symbol, dot. For 5 special symbols are available. This one 5. Okay. So this one C type dot H header file. In next session, we will discuss about another header file math.h. Thank you one and all.